Another business update for you just after 1:30 lunchtime on Express Lunch for all the latest indicators. But there's some other stories now. For many learners across the country, maths and science are subjects in which they struggle to get good marks. Yet these subjects are essential for gaining entrance to tertiary education institutions. Now, one non-profit organization, Tumelo Center for Maths and Science and Technology, has been making inroads in helping learners improve in these subjects. To chat more about this, I'm now joined in studio by the CEO of Tumelo, that centre, Tumelo to tell us more on how they're achieving these results alongside one of the beneficiaries of his organisation, Bulelani Semema. Appreciate your time, Tumelo. The company's been, or the organisation has been going a long time. Just give us a little bit of the history about it.
Thank you very much, Peter. My name is Tumelo Mabitsela, the Managing Director of Tumelo Center for Maths and Technology. We've been running the Pro-Maths program for 10 years in 2015. We started in 2005 when I was still the headmaster of Makharani School in Dobsonville. And I had an idea that we need to assist our learners, in maths and science, which are your gateway subjects for this fueling our economy in this developing country. And to date, we've produced over 8,000 decent passes. Decent passes meaning minimum 50% to 100%. And we have centers across the country. There are 25. And in 2014, we had over 6,500 learners assisting, in this program through the support of, corporates and parents and the Department of Education.
Brilliant. Bulelani, explain to us how you heard about this, and is it a matter of extra lessons? Just tell us how it actually works.
Okay, I heard about the Pro-Maths program from my teacher at school. We didn't know anything about the program, so she just told us to go to Makharani, then we'll be informed more about what we were going to do there. So that's how I came about knowing about the program.
How did it help you?
It helped me a lot. Like it drastically improved my marks in mathematics and science, and it improved my social skills. Before then, I didn't socialize much, but when I got there, I met new people whom I didn't even know. So it improved my socializing skills. It gave me the discipline of studying. It made me know how to study. And it improved me. That's how it helped me, basically, I'd say.
Tumelo, what kind of teachers do you use? Explain the actual program. Is it from, and what grades?
We're working with learners from grade 10 to grade 12. And how the program works, we believe that the challenge, in maths and science is time on task. We have learners coming Fridays from 3 to 5 o'clock when they are finishing at their own schools. It is the learners that, go to their own schools during the week. They come from 3 to 5 for physical sciences, and they come back on Saturdays from 8 to 3 o'clock. 8 to 11 o'clock, it's maths, it's 3 hours of mathematics, and from 12 to 3 o'clock, it is, 3 hours of physical sciences. And they come back again on Sunday from 1 to 4 o'clock for mathematics. Over in a given weekend, we give them 6 hours of mathematics and 5 hours of physical sciences. And how the program works, we use the teachers that are teaching in the schools. But what we do, we train the teachers after we interview them and recruiting them to come into the program. And then from there, we make sure our program is two-pronged. We develop educators, but at the same time, we assist the learners. And the teachers will meet every week from 3 to 5 o'clock to prepare so that when they meet the learners over the weekend, at least, they must be teaching common things that they all are confident to teach, after we train them.
And the teachers paid extra for this work?
We pay teachers extra because we are supported, like I've indicated, by corporates like Investec, Liberty, Data Tech, Avenge, Concilium. Those are our partners, that are helping us.
Even the service is free to the students?
The children are not paying even 1 cent. We provide them with stationery and textbooks. Saturdays we give them lunch pack, because the day is slightly longer. Even during public holidays and school holidays, we give them a lunch pack. And then we have programs also, to incentivize learners when they have performed well. Like Bulelani is one of the students that went with us to Cape Town just before they wrote their exams in October as an incentive program. the learners that we took there were 32 out of 1,600 that we had in grade 12. And these are the learners that obtained 85% average by June. Bulelani at the end of the year got over 90% both maths and science, and the average was 85%.
Bulelani, was maths and science something you always struggled to get? I hated maths and science. They were my worst subjects. But I guess getting the extra, was it a matter of repetition, and just getting it drilled into your brain? Explain the change from the 35% to 90%.
As you said, yeah, it was a matter of the repetition, because I'm taught at school the maths and science, and I'm also taught it by the program itself on weekends. So it's a matter of repetition. Yeah, that's how I improved, being taught by the teachers there at the ProMes program, and being taught at school as well, and studying by my own.
Are you in have you just finished grade 12?
Yes, sir.
And so what now?
From now, I'll be going to Wits University to study astronomy and astrophysics.
Wow.
Yes,
astrophysics.
Yes, sir.
Is it something you always wanted to do?
Not always. I only decided to do it grade 11 when I obtained more knowledge about it. Then I developed, I started loving it more than just thought I'd go for it.
And you received 90% in maths for grade 12?
It's actually 99 for both.
99%?
Yes, sir.
For both.
That's unbelievable.
9% in maths and 9% in physical sciences.
That's unbelievable.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the teachers, how they get involved, and how the students get involved, because obviously you can't take everybody. How do students make use of this?
Okay, we get students, we go into an area like I've indicated that we have 25 centers across the country. One of the centers is in Dobsonville, where we are working with 40 high schools, and in that center we have over 700 learners. Now we go to the schools, and the schools will send learners who previously would do maths higher grade. As I've indicated earlier on, we are looking for learners who would want to do maths after matric, to do your commerce, your engineering, your aviation, your actuary, and so on. And the teachers would recommend to say that these are the learners that have potential. We are not necessarily taking the top performers. We are taking children with potential, and that we know that once given this opportunity, they will make sure of that they perform better at the end of the year. And then the same with the educators. We will go out there and then send out an advert, and teachers will apply to come and be part of the program, and we'll interview educators. And once we are happy, we then enroll the teachers into the program, and then from there we have an induction with them, and then we take them through about the program.
Tumelo, so people can't apply from outside, they've got to do it through their schools?
They come through their schools, through the Department of Education, because it's a controlled program. The Department of Education is involved, principals are involved, and maths and science teachers in their respective schools are also involved. They are the ones to recommend children to come into our centers.
Bulelani, what do you say to students out there going into grade 12, struggling with maths, thinking this is just going to be the worst thing of their lives, having to get through this final year? What do you say to them?
They should study, be prepared to study, discipline themselves, give their all into knowing and studying mathematics. That's all there is to it. Repetition. There's nothing more to it.
Tumelo, this is a fantastic program. Maths and science is a crisis time in the country. We need more mathematicians. We need more scientists to get out in there. I'm chatting to Tumelo Mabitseles, the Managing Director of Nong. It's a non-profit organization that encourages and gives extra lessons in maths and science to students at various schools, and they're doing some fantastic work. Get onto their website, klotwenong.co.za, I think it is, and just check at some of the numbers there. They're fantastic improvements.